You may now say your piece.
During much of what would probably be considered the last days of...
Mute yourself.
Wait, mute myself in game?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I'll just do that then. During the last days of Bumbo, that I can recall, he spent much of his time, as you probably know, chasing down Aramis, and I learned something different about him. He had traveled seemingly all across the world, seeming so many different cultures and peoples that I had never even heard of in Sentia. Despite us, plying the high seas. He was kind to them, he talked to them. He clearly knew many of them. It's something I didn't learn about him, is that, as you all mentioned, qualities that perhaps we didn't think of, he was learned. Surprisingly learned, actually. And I think many beyond this empire will feel the loss of such a brilliant blacksmith and friend. Thank you, Emperor.
Thank you for those very kind words, Alia.
Terrific words.
Is there anyone else who wishes to come up and say their piece about Bumbo? Oh, looks like we got a couple of people. Okay.
Who you may choose?
Yeah, we'll bring up Duncan first. We'll save you for last, guys. All right.
Okay, let me mute myself in game.
Can we get Duncan Frostwood up onto the stage, aka Baka?
All right. Everyone hear me fine?
You may now say your piece.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let me just log in real quick. So, as you all know, Bumbo was one of our greatest friends, one of our greatest contributors to the Empire. I would like to read you an inscription that he left with my helmet. You're a duke now. Prove yourself worthy of the title. Bumbo was my friend, first and foremost. Not a creator of steel, not the head of a clan. My friend. I had known him for some time after I joined the Empire, and he was always welcoming. He always had those nicknames that he gives to everyone. And he would always give me some crap about something or other. But there was a level of trust he had in me. So much so that he even entrusted me with some of his Strongfoot steel at some point. He was a good man, first and foremost. And I fear to say perhaps the likes of him may never be seen again. But I hope to be proven wrong by all of you. Let him live on in our hearts by standing up for this great nation which he loved so much. And in turn, let us watch over his family, whom he loved so much. To Bumbo. Strongfoot steel!
Strongfoot steel.
Bumbo. Strongfoot steel.
Thank you for those very, very nice words, Duncan. And now, I guess we'll have Karis come up and say their piece.
Aye.
Yeah, can we get Karis Denaramus, aka Classy British, up here on the stage? Oh, moderators. Oh, moderators.
Admins, you're ruining the funeral.
Mods, can you
Can we get Classy British up on the stage, staff?
Staff is napping.
Oh, that's not classy. Can we get Classy British on the stage, guys? Is this no? Are we?
If we chant Snowbird's name, maybe it'll happen.
This is tragic.
Okay.
Guys, make fun of the staff. Ping the staff. Make fun of them.
Snowbird, you cornball.
Laugh at them, guys. Point and laugh at the staff.
We got it. They're unbelievable.
Okay, wait. We got this. We got it. Okay. Thank you. Okay, you may now say.
There we go.
Finally.
Bumbo and I were friends for 20 years. Back then, I was a wee farmer. I didn't have much to offer, but Bumbo, he saw something. He talked about a dream of making the finest metal in the world. And he accomplished it. He made armor for many people, forged ties with many nations. But he was a dear friend of mine who was there for me in my dark times, and I was there for him in his. We fought against the armies of Wave, shared a pint or two during the long fall games. He even made me a little steel trinket, a little fish hook for good luck, he said. Even though I panicked during the fishing during long fall games. But Bumbo, he made something wonderful. He created chains that would keep Erin together. He is the chain that kept us all linked in some way, be it the armor, the trinkets, the weapons, or even just the pint of ale he shared with you all. Even though he is gone, let his chains never rust. Instead, let's keep them linked and remain strong in his name. Strongfoot steel will never rust.
Strongfoot.
Strongfoot steel!
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for those lovely words and that wonderful metaphor, Karis. Have we got someone else? Does Matthias wish to speak as well? Okay, looks like, can we bring up Matthias Everson, aka Reckless Trico, to the stage? Don't be late with this one, staff.
Please, Staff.
I know you're there.
Staff, you're not giving up.
Staff, this isn't very
something.
pop jump of you.
God damn it.
Every second they're late.
Staff, I'm gonna place a water
one less
bucket if you don't
person who
do it.
applies to gender.
All right, everyone, boo the staff. Boo. Boo.
It's over.
Give me armor.
I'm gonna write a Google Doc on Twitter about this.
Damn.
Exposed doc.
Can I take one of the cooked chickens?
Staff, I will give you one more reminder. Can we please get Matthias Everson, aka Reckless Trico, up on the stage? Okay, there we go. Thank you. You may now say your piece about Bumbo.
Bumbo was a man of many words. In fact, I can describe to you words he has given out. Fucking loser. Put some meat on your bones, skinny boy. You get walked all over. Bumbo was very harsh with his words, but was a very honest, hard-working man that despite his insults, despite his brash and very not uncivilized, unformulaic nature, always helped out whoever came at his doorstep. Despite thinking I was a fucking loser, he helped me out. And he of the nation. He will be greatly missed.
Thank you for those lovely words, Matthias. Wow, okay. Does anyone else have any last remaining words they'd like to say about Bumbo? Anyone left? No? Alright. Oh, wait, we've got one more. Eridoth. You'd like to say some words about Bumbo. Okay. Can we get Eridoth Havleth, aka Iridian, up onto the stage?
He called me dunce.
I repeat, can we get Eridoth Havleth, aka Iridian, up onto the stage?
Come on, Staff.
Come on, Staff, you're doing so well.
I said one more time. Can we get one Eridoth Havlath, aka Iridian, up onto this? Oh, there we go. Wonderful. Okay, you may now say your piece about Bumbo.
I'd like to start this by saying, I've had the pleasure of knowing Bumbo Strongfoot for the entire for the entire 20 plus years I've been on this island. And every single one of those days has been a gift. I've had the joy of working closely alongside Bumbo, while he worked on his forge and I on Ember's Hollow. He would always bring joy and laughter to those that he helped, to those that he built armor. He forged their gear to protect them. Some of you may not have realized, as you may not have known him as well as I have, but beneath all of those sometimes rude jokes and comments, he was one of the kindest men I ever knew. One of my final memories of Bumbo was right after the eruption, burns covering my body as I stumbled into the capital. He immediately went from yelling at me to telling me to sit down and wrapping my head in bandages, soothing my pain even though his must have been insufferable as he began coughing up blood, and we were all so worried about him, and yet he refused to do anything. Bumbo was stubborn, and stubborn to the end, I guess, but still that doesn't change how amazing he was. Even if he had some faults, he was one of the greatest men I ever knew, and I ever will know. He was one of my greatest friends, and I will miss him dearly.
Thank you for those very lovely words, Arados. Is there anyone left who wishes to speak their piece about Bumbo?
I would like, please.
We got Amaryllis would also like to come up and say their piece about Bumbo. Can we get Amaryllis, aka Warden in Dark, up onto the stage? All right, thank you. You may now say your piece about Bumbo.
Is it good? Is it good?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, I'm going to.
Oh, double speak.
Mike.
Sorry.
The
Sorry.
Twitch has a hell of an echo.
Okay, is it good?
Yes.
The mic is a bit fast.
You're good.
The thing with Bumbo is that I haven't only known him as myself, but also through my sister, Drosera. 20 years ago, as being this kind soul, was being visiting us back in Soulflame and providing her with copious amounts of help. It was quite reciprocal since she was a minor, and more than him being a friend of mine, he was also a friend of my sister, which I have a good faith that they may reunite up here, and that gives me quite the joy, given that none of them are going to be alone. And yeah, I wish I could have seen him more than many of you, but I had some duties. Everybody has duties, but doesn't mean that we didn't have any good memories. And I keep that dearly inside of me. And as a side note to end this, because soon enough we have a post raid and to represent our nation, Molly Pot gave me this pie that she made because it was his favorite pie. And she asked me to put that on his grave, which I will do very soon. So not only is his influence and sympathy came across our nation, but also outside, despite everybody's differences. And then I remember that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words, Amaryllis. Is there anyone left who wishes to say their piece about Bumbo? Oh, we have Red Bad Wills from Long Fork. Surprise appearance, guys. Okay, can we get Red Bad Wills up on the stage? AKA Charlie. Also, we can bring. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool.
Hello. Am I hearable?
Yep, you're good. You can say your piece.
I may not have known our friend Bumbo for as long as most of you in Aaron have, but I've known Bumbo since the Longford Games, the first Longford Games. He made me a promise that he would sponsor the future events, and maybe even give me a special prize if I won the archery event. And when he made that promise, I did win. Sadly, me and Bumbo never really spoke after said event. Right before his death, I would say about a day before that, we were speaking. about maybe him forging a weapon for me. Sadly, that will never happen. But he gave us all a good weapon, and that's that everyone shall remember his name, in good faith. I think that's a good weapon to hold by. May he rest in peace, and may he have gone to the skies above. That's the piece I would like to say.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your very kind words about dear Bumbo. Is there anyone left who would wish to speak their piece? No, I think we're done. Okay, cool. Thank you all for your very kind words about dear Bumbo. I'm sure you all meant a hell of a lot to him. And through his memory, he will never really die. He will remain as a part of the eternal history of Erin, one of its founding members, and of course, the greatest blacksmith the world will ever know. I doubt any will really surpass him, even his descendants. Now that that's done, though, Bumbo left a will, which I'd like to read out. So let me just grab that. All right, I'll read it word for word as he wrote it. Oi, Bumbo here, if you're reading this, must mean I've croaked. Is not gonna waste your times, so I'll get on with it. I appoint my daughter Bella Strongfoot as the next head of the Strongfoot clan. I know she didn't want this, but a father must hope their legacy is passed along to their children. Oh boy. Whatever happens to the Strongfoot clan is in her hands now, at least until she passes the torch to her own kids. As such, the Foundry, Clan House, and Steel Shaper should be passed down to her and the rest of the clan. For my personal set of armor, I leave it in the capable hands of the Emperor to decide where it'd be fit to house. If you find a key in my person, that key opens one of my hidden storage compartments in the Foundry on the right side of the first face-shaped smelter on the right. You'll see a black stone chair, break it, and behind it lies a locked chest. In there, my original helm, crafted years and years ago with the Miners' Union sigil, lies in there. I ask for it to be left with my wife. If you want to display it, ask her. You'll also find that silver medal, do whatever you feel like with it. All of my steel and iron is to be left to the capable smiths and craftsmen of Erin, so it can be used for our budding siege industry and to reinforce our housings. I leave my halberd with Karis as a thank you for 20 years of friendship. On all the drinks in my person I leave to Bara, that old coot. Hope you enjoyed the drinks, old friend. Lastly, the sky metal that was left unused, I ask of the Empire to hold on to it, until someone worthy of forging it comes along, someone that'll drain the central foundry and figure out the art of working that metal. I hope it'll be one of my descendants. Steel Shaper should make it easier for them to work it. To everyone else in Erin and beyond, be kind to each other. Live, drink, cry, laugh, and make sure you leave this world with no regrets. Bumbo out. Finally, to whoever reads this will, may this stay between you and I. Oh, tell my daughter to look with. I'm not going to read out that one. I'm not going to read out that one. But yeah. Bumbo out. There we go. That's his will.
Wonderful.
So if anyone was wondering what to do with his possessions, there you have it. But yes, I think with that concludes this funeral. Thank you all for attending. We'll now go and rest his body in the graveyard just outside of the cathedral. But yes, thank you all for attending. Sav, you can now close the stage.
Long live Bumbo.
Hey, food here for anybody. Take a bowl and take a
I
scoop.
appreciate it. Oh, I'm gonna need some food.
Thank you.
If anyone's hungry.
He'll live for 30 years.
Wow.
He can finally be a bee.
If anyone's hungry, take a bowl out of the barrel. Take a scoop.
This looks amazing.
Oh, dude, good to see you.
I may need to.
Hey, you too, Dan.
May we prove better after than Aramis ever was.
Thank you.
Of course, of course.
Oh,
Thank
boy,
you for the
I
funeral,
don't
everyone.
want
That was
to-
delightful. I'll return
Hello.
home now.
Can I have another drink?
Hello?
Safe travels.
Even though
Would you like another?
Well, I say another, I actually still have the ones you gave me. That's good. Another! There you go, you can have your back. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna take this one to go. Here you go, for your troubles. For Chenti and Maiden
Thanks.
Coins.
Get home safe.
I will. Oh, really gonna miss him. Take care. Hey, are any of you going to the horse race?
Yeah.
Just, have fun. I can't attend, I'm a bit too tipsy and miserable.
Here, I will
But,
wait for
have fun.
this thing to...
Aye.
Hey, Duncan. It was an amazing speech for the one and only
I appreciate it.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I will come
Perhaps
back
we
and
closed that
visit
stage a little
Bumbo.
too soon.
Apologies,
Yeah,
everyone.
that's
I
fine.
am too drunk.
Okay,
and
while we're waiting,
miserable.
by the way, we need to
Someone's
pick
drinking a cold
someone
one.
for this horse race. So, if
Goodbye,
anyone thinks
everyone.
that they are really damn good on the horses,
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
feel free to put yourself forward.
Long live the Empire.
The local Fairvale horse breeder.
Bye, Duncan.
I don't know where they went, actually.
Amaryllis? Yeah, I don't know where Amaryllis is. That would be a
I'll
pretty
see you in Gen 3, man.
Faster horses take care, friend.
As well. If anybody needs.
He really is gone. He really is gone.